And hello and good evening and welcome to Las Vegas Ballpark as OKC Comets Baseball is on the air here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or anywhere on your mobile device with a free iHeartRadio app. Dean DeVos here at beautiful Las Vegas Ballpark here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Producer and engineer is Chloe Erickson back at our 1340 studios here tonight, filling in for the YouTuber who's on assignment. Comets are taking on the Las Vegas Aviators, the AAA parent club of the Athletics. Comets are 33-18. Las Vegas is at 50, 25, and 26. It is going to be a beautiful night. We have Ken Waldenchuk and Landon Knack on the mound for the Comets and for the Aviators. First meeting of the season between these two teams.
Welcome to the game, everybody. Glad you've joined us. Action out of the AAA Pacific Coast League in this one. It's the Oklahoma City Comets and the Las Vegas Aviators.
Yep. First of 9 games between these two at this ballpark, Las Vegas Ballpark. They will meet again in July. Three of them will be here, and 3 of them will be in Oklahoma City.
And on the hill in this one, Ken Waldenchuk. He's done well to navigate.
Ken Waldenchuk is starting.
Opposing batters have struggled against
7 innings, no ERA, 5 strikeouts in his first start.
From the start of the wild card era in 1995 through 2023.
It'll be very cool to see how it goes. Let's go ahead and call it 299 average, 8 homers, 18 RBIs. He's batting left.
Those seasons came with an ERA over 3. So it goes
Waldenchuk's first pitch of the night is called for a strike. We're underway here at 8:36 here in Las Vegas.
Things off and takes a strike.
Next pitch. It's called for a strike. Beautiful night here at Las Vegas. 73 degrees, clear skies. Winds are blowing from left to right at 4 miles an hour. Joe McDonald is the home plate umpire. Carl Dixon at first base. Eric Summerskill at second. Freddie Ferguson at third. No score, just underway here in Las Vegas. It is a late night game for those of you on the West Coast. That is a check swing, and he did go around for strike 3, so a strikeout for Waldenchuk to lead off tonight's game.
So up next, Jordan Thompson.
Jordan Thompson is up. First pitch for Waldenchuk is outside. 438 average, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. We're back to our regular scheduled lineup as far as the broadcast will be concerned. Here is the next pitch. It's called for a strike. I'll be streaming this at midnight tomorrow. We don't have to deal with it. Here's a fly ball to deep center field. Center fielder going back will make the catch. And there's the first or second out here in the top of the first.
Batting third, the third baseman.
Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City.
David Bodie is up, 254 average, 7 homers, 16 RBIs, batting right. Here's the first pitch.
Ball 1.
That's inside ball 1. Next pitch.
Foul ball there.
That's fouled away. Comets in their grays. OKC in diagonal letters with a OK and dark blue letters with the light blue outline with a Comet C just beneath it. That's swinging a miss, strike 2. Red numbers on the front right, blue numbers on the back, gray pants. Blue hats, light blue rims with a baseball Comet C on the front. As that's swinging a miss, strike 3. Comets down in order. We go to the bottom of the first here in Las Vegas.
No score.
No score.
Welcome back. Starting on the mound
Landon
in this
Knack.
one, Landon Knack. You can see from the stats that he's been death on lefty batters this season. Maybe they have a tough time picking the ball up out of his hand, but
4.29
whatever it is,
run
he's
average.
really limited there. It's an impressive
There's
save, something he can
our
build
former,
on as he develops.
there's Drew Avens, our former friend, 42 average, 6 homers, 22 RBIs, our former friend. First pitch. Swing and miss, strike 1.
And the 0-1 now.
It's outside ball one. Las Vegas in their home whites. LV on the front left side with yellow and orange outline inside the logo. As that's a fly ball to left field going foul. Same with the numbers on the front right and numbers and letters on the back. White pants, navy hats.
Way high.
It's high. Yep, navy hats. First meeting of the year between these two. Oklahoma City won the 3 games in the won the 3 games in the so here's a foul ball, and that's going to be punt for the first out of the bottom of the first. They won the 3 games here in July, the 2 out of 3, but Las Vegas, I don't know if they won the series or not. Colby Thomas, 190 average, no homer, 17 RBIs. First pitch. Inside ball 1. Pitch. All first strike. Thanks for staying up late with us here tonight. That's a bunt, but it's fouled away. This is a hitter-friendly environment, knowing this ballpark. So no lead is going to be safe at any point. The next pitch.
Swings and misses.
And that's strike 3 for the second out.
Batting third,
stepping to the plate for Las Vegas, number 77.
Nick Kurtz is up. First pitch.
Breaking ball
in first strike on a slider. 143 average, no homers, 3 RBIs. This is the 6th season that the Las Vegas baseball team is called the Aviators. Before that, they were called the 51s back in 2018.
2 outs, bases empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone. I'm sure he wanted the strike call up in the zone there, but now that it was called a ball, he'll have to adjust to deal with how the plate ump's calling this game.
1-2 the count. Here's the next pitch. Low ball 2. There's score here in the bottom of the first.
That one misses.
Ball 3.
Full count.
Tyler Soderstrom on deck.
It's a pop.
That's a pop-up. Rancho is under it. He'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go. The Eagles. So we go to the second with no score. First meeting of the year between Las Vegas and OKC. Tonight's an average 8 homers, 23 RBIs for Ryan Ward.
Third Amendment specialists for a free consultation. Top half of the second from Las Vegas.
That's called first strike.
Waldachuk, a 6'4 lefty, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2019.
Ball.
That's 2 straight breaking pitches away that he's thrown. He seems to be avoiding challenging this hitter. The 2-1 pitch. Hard liner.
There's a line drive to left field for a base hit.
To start the inning. Been a tough run at the plate for him lately. He needed that base hit. Right there we saw a fastball that was piped, and he was licking his chops as that thing was coming in. Great cut. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Austin Barnes. The
We'll look
pitch,
at
and
the
there
schedule.
goes the
Here's a runner that's
There's a
outside
ball.
by Austin Barnes
Safe at
over the
second,
second, not in
close. I
time.
like the aggressiveness right there. The pitchers have been
Ryan
dealing so
Ward
far,
gets
so
a
you
seventh
might as well
stolen
try
base.
to
Drew
apply some
Evans
pressure and see if you
was
can seal
originally
your way into
designated
scoring
for
position.
assignment, but was called back up.
Runner at second with nobody out.
No.
That's a strike. It's clear he's trying to own the inside part of the plate with 2 straight fastballs inside. We'll see if he goes away or comes back
Comets
inside.
took 2 out of 3. They split the series, the home and home series. And then Las Vegas last season, Comets took 5 out of 6, so the Comets won the season series last year against the Aviators. Austin Barnes was designated for assignment.
On the ground to the right
He's
side.
been optioned as that's over the first.
And steps on the bag for the out.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Armando Alvarez.
Bring up Armando Alvarez. Between OKC and St. Paul, 190 average, 5 homers, 15 RBIs. He's batting left, right.
Teammates in scoring position this month. Swing and a pop-up.
That's a pop-up. Right fielder's under it. Will make the catch. That'll be the second out.
Batting 7, the right fielder, number 6, Nick Biddison.
Next up for the Comets.
Nick Biddison, 259 average, 1 homer, 1 RBI, batting right.
Teammate and deliver.
I'm trying to not waste this opportunity as far as that's concerned. First pitch is called for a strike.
Zone is one he'd like to have back. He knows that's a meaty pitch to hit. The 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
First of 2 Nevada teams Comets will face this season. They will also face Reno. Now be back home next Tuesday. There's a line drive to left field for a base hit. 1 run will score. It's an RBI single for Nick Bibbinson, and the Comets strike first here in Las Vegas, take a 1-0 lead.
The second baseman rolled over on that one a bit, but still managed to put enough behind it that it scooted through the infield for a base hit. 2 away and a runner at first. And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Aaron Bracho.
I'll bring up Aaron Bracho. That's a line drive, deep left field. Let me get his stats real quickly for Bracho. .254 average, 8 homers, 22 RBIs. Was batting right, switch here batting right, going back and makes the catch to end the inning. A run on 2 hits and a runner left for the Comets. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 OKC.
Bottom half of inning number 2.
069 average.
Soderstrom.
Soderstrom. 069 average, 1 homer, 2 RBIs, batting left. First meeting of the year, as I said, between these 2 teams. OKC won the season series against Las Vegas. Down low for ball 1.
That's inside.
Inside ball 2. 15 pitchers for Knack in that first inning. Here's the next pitch. That's a line drive to center field for a base hit.
That's smart hitting to use the count to your advantage like that. He knew that
Last time Oklahoma City was here at this ballpark before the series in July, when when they
Now
lost
at
the
dish,
championship
Carlos
to the
Cortez.
Norfolk Tide
Doing
in
a good job of driving
2023.
in some runs of late, more than an RBI per game over the last 10. He
Out
swings
of the
and
way,
fouls
strike
one
one for
off.
Carlos Ortiz. 259 average, 9 homers, 28 RBIs.
Check swing, but they won't appeal. Almost got him to chase on a pitch that was well out of the zone. Nice job to hold back. Home team down by 1. Bottom half of the
But
second
in a
inning.
hitter-friendly environment like Las Vegas, no lead is safe.
Fouled off left
It's
side.
like we talked about with Las Vegas. We talked about Albuquerque, El Paso, Tacoma, Reno, Sacramento's Ballpark, Center Health Park. No lead is safe.
Knocks
That's
it
a ground ball. No play.
To first, not in time. Everyone's
That's a
safe.
base hit.
Back-to-back singles, passing
Batting
the baton.
sixth,
Got
the
the
third
center cut
baseman.
That's a
fastball in
base
the
hit.
down
So
stump.
runners
That
at
thing was
first and
smoked.
second here. Just couldn't make the catch. That's the thing about Las Vegas Ballpark, even though it's a fictional ballpark. No lead is safe in a hitter-friendly environment. No lead is safe. Yeah, he was well clear before the ball was reached up. So as I talked about, when you're playing in hitter-friendly environments,
Nobody out, first and second here.
no lead
Now the
is
third
safe.
baseman,
And
CJ Alexander.
this is the first
When hit was
hitter-friendly,
hit for
well,
at-bats
besides
yesterday.
Salt Lake, second hitter-friendly environment. Salt Lake, they've really struggled. CJ Alexander, 229 average, 1 homer, 5 RBIs.
The 0-1. Swings through that one for
Strike
strike
2.
0-2.
Claimed off waivers in 2024 by CJ Alexander. There's a line. That's fouled away.
Soderstrom, the lead runner over at second. Cortez at first with no outs.
And Cortez, and
Fights that one
that's
away.
fouled
The count
away.
remains 0-2.
Las Vegas, we always talk about them when they used to be the 51s. They always are last in pitching and all that.
One there.
That's outside ball 1, but they've really been good hitters of late. Next pitch.
And that's
That's
a little
high.
high. Impeccable discipline to lay off of that one. Wow. High fly
That's a
ball
fly ball to
down the
left
left.
field. This is going to be
There's
caught
one
for the
down.
first out.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brett Harris.
Now coming up to the dish for Las Vegas, Brett Harris. Such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Keeps the heart rate low, maintains focus, and doesn't shift approach in run scoring
It's outside,
opportunities.
ball 1.
What an asset in the lineup. Runners at first and second with 1 out.
First and second, 1 away in the bottom of the second. Comets lead at 1-0. That's called for a strike. Brett Harris, 331 average, 5 homers, 19 RBIs, batting right. Next pitch.
Grounder.
Here's a
might be
line
2.
drive. This should be 2. The second for 1. Throw to first in time to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and a runner left.
Pitch. Good
1-0 Comets as we head to the third.
All around, nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
Comets in their last series against Salt Lake
All set for the
had
start
a couple
this
of
inning.
losses.
Coming up
Chris
to the dish
Olean,
for Oklahoma
73
City.
average, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, batting right.
Olean.
Waldenchuk's first pitch.
Hurry.
That's inside for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Comets lead 1-0 in the third, and like I said, a 1-run lead
That
can
one
get
almost
blown
got
away.
the
That
batter.
was nearly a
That'll
hit
back him
batter
up a
for
bit.
strike 1. Next pitch.
Ground ball to the
That's a
right
ground
side.
ball over the pitcher, who will
And
take it
there's
at
one
first
down.
for the first out of the third.
The batter, the center fielder, Josue De Paula.
I'll
Back
bring
to
up
the top of the
Josue
order
De
here.
Paula,
And
struck
now
out
the
his
center
first time
fielder,
up, batting
Josue De
left.
Paula. 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time.
– First pitch, way outside. This is a new series between the Comets. Last week they played Sacramento. They're playing another West Coast team in Las Vegas.
Here's the 1-1.
2-1.
It's outside.
Swing and a miss. Nice change.
Miss on a tip for strike 2.
Back. Just diabolical. Foul
Out of
ball,
the way.
2-2 upcoming. Swings
and a miss, strike 3.
First 2 batters gone.
2 away here in the third.
Here's the shortstop at the
Jordan
plate.
Thomas is up, flew out his first time up.
Thompson.
Called for a strike.
0-1.
Fouled off down the right side. Here's a high chopper.
High chopper over the first. Comets down in order.
3 up and 3 down.
We go to the bottom of the third. Comets lead at 1-0.
No one left. We move on to the bottom of the third.
Zusak, Muncy, and Evans, not the Max Muncy from Los Angeles Dodgers.
As we go to the last
Leading
of the
off
third,
for
here's the catcher, Daniel
The
Susak.
catcher, Daniel.
253 average, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. Batting right. First pitch.
Strike.
Seems like that
High
was
for
just a good
strike.
bit of framing right there.
No
Stole
ball.
a strike.
1 strike.
We last brought you baseball on Saturday, playing a doubleheader. We're back to just 1 9-inning game.
1-1.
That's high. First meeting of the year. 9 games here at this ballpark between OKC and Las Vegas. The other 3 will be at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. That will be in July during the July holiday. As here's a line drive. This should be trouble. But Aline is there to make the catch for the first out of the third.
Batting ninth,
Las Vegas
the
bullpen to our
shortstop,
left. Comets bullpen to our right because of how this ballpark is.
Max Muncy.
Not the Max Muncy from LA. 182 average, no homers, and 8 RBIs, batting right. First pitch. Out for a strike. 1-0 Oklahoma City here in the third. Remember, a lot as this is popped up. Rancho is under it, and the fair outfielder will make the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Drew Avens.
Drew Avens, the next to hit.
Drew Avens, the former Comet and our old friend. Signed, opted out of the contract with Los Angeles Dodgers, now playing for the
Ball inside.
Aviators. Was the champion with the Comets back in 2023. And then a chance to get called up
Chases a
to
high fastball there.
MLB
One
to
pitcher
the
has to see the
major
hitter
league.
getting aggressive on the high stuff. Maybe throw one even higher and induce a chase.
Hopefully Drew's having a good time here in Las Vegas. You know, we wish him good luck with the
Downstairs.
Aviators, as that sound loves ball too.
Just missed.
Just missed ball 3. Colby Thomas on deck.
And that's a
Ball
walk.
That's
Four.
ball
Take your base.
4. First walk allowed for the Comets. They had some troubles with that
Man on at first.
against the
Next to
River
hit,
Cats. They're
Colby
going to
Thomas.
probably have
First at
troubles
bat
with
was a
that, especially
strikeout.
when you're at a hitter-friendly environment like Las Vegas.
Knack picks over Aviators.
Over the
Back in on a
first,
dive.
as Havens will be safe. Struck out his first time out for Colby Thomas. Hi to other people watching. Hope you're enjoying this broadcast if you're a athletic fan. 1-0 Oklahoma City here in the third. First meet of the year between these two. Here's a ground ball. This should be the forced out. And they get the forced out to end the inning.
So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. End of
So
three.
no runs, no hits, and a
Oklahoma
runner
City ahead in
left.
this
We go to
game,
the fourth.
1-0.
Comets lead at 1-0. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for OKC. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the
Top four with the
Leading
Comets
off
at the
for
dish.
Oklahoma City, the third baseman.
David Bodie struck out his first time up. The Indianapolis here in Las Vegas, Nevada at Las Vegas Ballpark.
Fastball gets
Fastball
the
for a
corner
strike.
edge of ease.
Producer and engineer back in our 1340 studios. Chloe Erickson filling in for the YouTuber for this series. YouTuber on assignment for this
On the ground to
series. As
third.
here's a ground ball. And the third baseman over
Tosses
the
a
first for the first
Leadoff
out of the
batter
fourth.
retired in the fourth.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Don't know if we're going to see a lot of home runs at this ballpark.
Now up, Ryan Ward.
As
1
Ryan
for 1
Ward
with
is
a
up.
single and a run scored so far.
This is the 6th year that this ballpark has been opened. It's been new. Of course, Las Vegas, when they were called still called the 51s, were played at Cashman Field. As here's a line drive.
It's
Deep
got a
left
chance.
field, going back to the wall, makes the catch at the warning track with the second out.
Now batting, the
Big
catcher,
catch for
Austin
Colby Thomas, who made the
Barnes.
catch.
On that play, he showed good awareness.
At Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, that might have been a home run, but
that's a skill you practice from a young age.
at a hitter-friendly
He's
environment,
clearly done the
that
hard
won't be a
work.
catch because of the altitude.
Now at the plate, Austin Barnes. 0 for 1, grounded out the first
Austin
time around.
Barnes is designated for assignment, and now that's going to be a base hit, and the center fielder having
Keeps the
problems
inning
catching
going.
it.
No question, he came
Now
up
batting,
ready to hit.
designated
Nice
hitter,
compact bat
Armando
path on that swing and a great rip
Alvarez.
into center field. Liners like that one are a
Armando
good way to raise
Alvarez
the
is
batting
up.
average. Armando Alvarez will hit next. 0 for 1.
0 for 1, that's called for a strike. Which he popped up his first time up.
Barnes leads off of first with 2
One of
away.
the things about a hitter-friendly environment is, like I said, you're going to get a lot different bounces as that's high for ball one. You're going to get a lot of different bounces. You're going to possibly think that home runs will end up becoming triples in this
Fly ball,
series. As
left
here's a
field.
fly ball to left
Thomas
field.
on the way
Thomas
over.
is under it.
Makes the grab.
Makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. We go to the
One
bottom of the
runner left
fourth.
stranded, but they lead it 1-0.
1-0. There's a lot of late night baseball coming up this week, with the exception of Sunday.
Welcome back. The
Leading
Aviators
off
at the dish
for
in the
the
bottom of the
Aviators,
fourth. The first baseman, number 77, now at the plate.
Nick Kurtz is up. First pitch. Low ball one.
Swings through that
And
one.
that's strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a
to the right.
fly ball to right
This one pretty
field.
far back.
Evanson's under it, will make the catch. One away in the fourth.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tyler.
Next up for the
Soderstrom.
Aviators, Tyler Soderstrom. 1 for
Tyler
1 with a single
Soderstrom
so far.
singled his first time up, Getting his average up to 100. He's really been struggling this season. First pitch.
Swing
There's
and
a
drive.
fly ball to deep
This one
right
has a
field.
chance.
Vivinson going back to the
On the
wall
right
will
track
make the
and
catch
hauls
for
it
the
in.
second out.
Now batting.
That was a good hit for Soderstrom, but Vivinson was there. If that was Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, that would have been gone.
The 2 runs they scored
As
in the game.
Carlos Cortez is up. Mack is halfway to 100 pitches, and here it comes on the first pitch.
0-1.
It's called for a strike. Next pitch.
Comes up empty.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
He's really attacking
Las
the
Vegas
zone, so
got
the hitter
done
has
playing
to get more aggressive.
last night
However,
in
he
Sugar
could
Land.
counter with something that breaks out of the zone to draw a
Swing and a
swing.
miss, strike
Chases the changeup
three
in the
over
dirt.
the
In
third,
time, the
or
2-3
first. And that's the
strikeout
inning.
ends the inning. So
No
they go
runs, a hit,
quietly
and
here. Moving on to
nothing
the
for the
fifth.
Aviators. We go
Comets
to the
lead it
fifth.
1-0.
1-0. You got to think Las Vegas last night had to play their game against Sugar Land,
We're ready for the fifth inning. Now it's the right
where they
fielder,
haven't.
Nick
They
Bibison.
well, last night would normally would have been an off day as Nick Bibison RBI singles first time up. Comets have not played since Sunday. Las Vegas played last night against Sugar Land.
In the dirt.
That's in the dirt. 2 for 4 with 2 singles on Sunday for Bibison. So the Comets had a nice travel day as that's low ball 2. Las Vegas, on the other hand, played last night. They won't get any rest until probably after this series, believe it or not.
Slice down the right side.
If you're the Comets, you're well rested. If you're the Aviators, you're not well rested because, like I said, you just flew home
And now the 2-1
earlier today, and as that's called for a strike, and had to play, a game that started at 6:35 Pacific.
Soft roller in front of home.
Ground ball to the pitcher. He'll throw to the first, and it's wide.
Nice job there to keep it from getting away.
And I was just talking about, the Aviators who played last night and were going to make critical mistakes.
On an error. Let's see if they can make some hay out of it.
The last off day Las Vegas had was last Monday. So they've been playing for more than a week.
One on with nobody out. A double play would certainly change.
First, they took on Sugar Land last night. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend, by the way. I forgot to mention to everybody as Rancho flew up his first time out. The switch hitter batting left. Now, whether that will be a good thing or a bad thing for the Comets is going to be TBA, as that's down low ball 2. But like I talked about, Las Vegas started their series Wednesday against Sugar Land. So they played, as that's fouled away. So they played Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday last night. So they're playing 12 straight games. As that's fouled away. And then woke up in Sugar Land, had to fly home to play, the Comets.
Snap throw to first.
Whereas the Comets, they just came to Vegas yesterday. They've had a lot of time to, get settled in. That is a line drive that's caught for the first out of the fifth. So, I think Las Vegas is going to be at a disadvantage, not having that travel day, and then they had to travel to get home to play OKC as Chris Saline grounded out his first time up. So, at least the Comets are well rested, ready to go. And that's called for a strike.
This has been a solid outing for him, and a lot of that is because he keeps pounding the zone like he did with that low fastball. Runner at first, one away.
I feel bad for Las Vegas as that's a pop-up. Avens is under it. He'll make the catch for the second out. I feel bad for Las Vegas, who had to play last night, but you know what? That's the way they scheduled it.
So up next, Josue De Paula.
That's Josue De Paula
with a pair of strikeouts.
It's outside ball 1.
Bibison leading off first with 2 away.
Switch.
Next offering is downstairs.
Low ball 2.
This is better discipline we're seeing from this hitter after
like I said,
you
played last night, you're playing tonight. You've got to play 5 more games until you have that much needed off day.
Most minor leaguers are taking all the way. We'll see if he can find the zone.
Here's the next pitch. It's called for a strike. as that's fouled away. Now, the original plan, I talked about this on Monday Night Raw yesterday, is that we were supposed to play a doubleheader, but because we're back on schedule,
Now the payoff pitch.
we are going to be playing.
This one to the right side.
That is a
Takes it
nice
to
slide
back,
to
and that'll
first
do
to
it.
make the
One
catch to
error
end
in
the
the
inning.
but it doesn't hurt
The
him.
run's a hit and a runner left to go to
Comets
the
out in front,
fifth.
1-0.
Bottom of the fifth coming up, 1-0 lost OKC.
We're back here at the
Leading
ballpark.
up
I'm
for
Ben
the
Gelman, glad to have you with me.
the third
And set to
baseman,
get us started in the bottom of the fifth, CJ Alexander.
CJ Alexander's. We're halfway through here tonight's game in Las Vegas, Nevada. Your ballpark got a nice swimming pool, so the kids are going swimming while watching a baseball game. You feel right at home.
No.
That's outside, ball one.
Fouled off to
That's
the right.
popped up and heading foul.
Swings and misses.
And that's strike
And
two.
the count, 1-2.
1-2.
And that's a strikeout
It's
look.
called for strike
And the
three.
leadoff hitter set down in the fifth.
One away in the
He
fifth.
must have been looking in some other
Now
location.
batting, second
Otherwise, I don't know
baseman,
why
Brett
he'd go down looking on a fastball
Harris.
on the inner half. So digging in, Brett Harris. Hit
Brett
into a
Harris
double
is
play the
up.
first time around.
First pitch.
Late on
And
that
that's strike
fastball.
one.
No ball.
Round out his first time up. You know, if you play 12 games,
The 0-1.
that's called,
That
that's
one's
fouled
fouled.
away. Of course, 1 for 4 with a double last night in Sugarland for Brett Harris.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Next pitch,
That misses off the outside edge.
outside.
That slider had some
So the
really
Comets, who
good
last played
sweeping
on
action,
Sunday,
but
you know,
just
like I said,
missed
had a
catching
nice
the zone.
travel day, got to Las Vegas yesterday. And here's a line drive, deep right field. This is going to be trouble, and it bounces all the way off the wall. And Harris will dive at second for a double.
Up against it with 2 strikes right there, but still managed to win.
I
the
talked
at-bat.
about,
As
you know,
soon as
this
that
is a
one
hitter-friendly
left off the bat,
environment.
he had
No
extra
lead is
bases on his
safe.
mind. And with the ball going to the opposite field, he had
That was a
great
big
view of
double
the
there
play.
for Harris.
So he made the right call and hustled for the double. And
Like I said,
now a
Las
chance to
Vegas
tie
played
the
last
game up,
night
making this a
in
crucial
Sugarland.
at-bat.
That's a pitcher's park.
And
This
here's
is
the
a
catcher,
hitter-friendly
Daniel
environment.
Susak.
That's low for ball one for Daniel Susak, who flew out his first time up.
Tying run at second base.
Halfway through the game, 1-0 Comets in the fifth. That's popped up and heading foul. This fictional ballpark is almost like the ones the Athletics were in last year.
And that's
Here's a line drive. That's going to be trouble. Base hit. Going to bounce all the way to the wall. That will score a run, and we are all knotted up at 1 run apiece here in the fifth. RBI double for Daniel Susak, his second RBI double this season. And just like that, we're tied at 1. Look at how much outfielder room you have here at this ballpark than you have at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. It is definitely a hitter-friendly environment. So that's called for a strike for Max Muncy, who popped up his first time out. Pitch.
Swings and misses.
And that's strike 2.
Love the front door slider. The batter often will cheat the hands to not get beat by an inside fastball, and that draws the swing off plane. Nice pitching.
So that's a check swing, and he did go around for strike 3 for the second out of the fifth.
Drew Avens
The
digs
center
in
fielder,
now.
number 35, Drew
Ravens.
Avens.
Walked last time up. He only popped out in the first. Next first pitch. Low ball 1. series will continue tomorrow.
There's a strike
That's
up
high
high,
first
and it's
strike.
1-1. That's a hittable pitch, but
Another
not what he was looking for.
8:35 first
Early in the
pitch
count, it's
between
okay
the
to take
Comets and the Aviators. That is fouled away.
that. Runner
On
on
the
second,
early
2 down.
20.
Oh, and it's a
Only
punch out. Bat breaks
punched
the
out
play.
after he got hit.
They
Well,
limit
in the inning,
damage
but
here.
the Aviators get a
Work
run
the
on
emotion
2
the
hits and a
same way,
runner
but as a
left.
pitcher, that's okay as long as you're getting results.
Go to
And right
6.
there,
It is
thrilled with the punch out to get out of
1-1
the jam.
tie.
On to the top half
Leading
of
off
inning
for
number
Oklahoma
6.
City,
Stepping to the
the
plate for
shortstop,
Oklahoma City, Jordan Thompson.
Yep, Jordan Thompson. First pitch.
Swing and
away.
a foul back. That's out of play. Edge of the zone, called a strike. Such a close game. The next team to score could take all the momentum they need. 0-2, rocks and fires. Struck out looking.
That's called for a strike. One away in the 6th.
3 straight fastballs, and he gets caught looking
Now
at the
batting,
third one.
third
Pretty quick
baseman,
AB.
David Bodie.
Here's the third baseman, David Bodie. And there's a breaking ball that drops in.
Yep, that's called for a strike. In real life, we don't know who will start for the Comets in real life for tonight's game, but
The 0-1 from the left.
as we've talked about time and time again, somebody will be on the mound.
Dives and can't hang on.
Yep, can't hang on.
Gets to the
Throw to
pitcher,
first
covering the
in
bat. So a tough
time.
play, but they do get out number 2. This is where the
Second
PFPs
out.
that teams run
Now
in
batting,
spring training
the
come into
first
play.
baseman,
Nice
Ryan
job at first to
Moore.
knock the ball down and keep it on the infield, and then get it to the pitcher covering the bag.
Barely got him by a step. That was good.
And the next batter, Ryan Ward. 1 for 2.
Ball 1.
Two outs, base is empty.
Yep, 2 outs, base is empty.
That
Oh,
one
for
close. Ruled a ball.
Really love this ballpark, Oklahoma City, really a really fun ballpark you should go to come watch a game. I know we got a lot of people from Los Angeles Dodgers in the crowd cheering on the Comets.
2 outs and
Appreciate
nobody
everybody
on.
on Spectrum Sport LA for tuning in to the Comets and
Foul ball
the
there.
River Cats
Pitching
several
there, putting it
games.
a bit up and in on his hand so he can't extend for more power. 2-2 now. Battling here.
That is
fouls it
a
away.
fly ball heading foul and heading into the bullpen, the Comets bullpen.
2-2.
2-2, the next pitch.
Got the hitter
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Comets are down in
the
order.
mound. He sets them down 1-2-3. On we go
On
to the
the
bottom
inning.
of the 6th. All
Aviators.
tied 1-1.
1-1. Oh, and they also got an error. I didn't realize they got an error. Oh, yeah. It was... Anyway.
We're in the bottom of the
Leading
6th.
off,
Digging in
Forgot
for
Forgot they got an error a while back.
The left fielder,
Never mind, I'm grown old. Sorry.
Comets.
First pitch.
Hey, Rod.
Called for a strike. One tie.
The 0-1 offering.
Next pitch.
Late on that
Swing and
fastball.
a miss.
Action in the pen down there. Zach Jackson preparing to come on if needed.
Zach Jackson.
Garcia also getting ready.
Look how wide the bullpens are. They're the same way with the Aviators.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's a strikeout looking. And he looks to have picked
Strikeout
up
looking
right
for
where he
the
left
second
off.
out.
And he should
Now
be
batting,
strutting
the
out
first
there
baseman,
right now.
Nick.
3 pitches, all heaters, and he gets the K. Impressive stuff. And now at the plate, the first baseman, number 77.
That would be Nick Kurtz. Batting left.
Close.
that's
High
a
hole one.
Ball.
Hope you'll join us later today as we'll bring you, as I'm going to look at my uploading schedule. Later today will be NXT. So we're going to strike one. We'll be live for NXT.
Falling behind 2-1.
It's called first strike.
1 out and the base is empty. Strike 2.
So we're going to strike two. We'll be live at
2 balls, 2 strikes.
We'll be live after the M&M's Cup Series race. They have a doubleheader with the Oreo Cup Series as that's outside ball 3. Tyler Soderstrom on deck. So we'll have NXT at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This game will be at midnight.
Swings through it.
So we're going to miss strike 3 for the second out of the 6. That will be the second game tomorrow because remember, I will be at work.
The next to hit.
Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom, 1 for 2 with a single tonight. Flew out his last time up in the 4th.
One zero.
Two down and nobody aboard. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And that one fouled off.
Fouled away.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch.
Next pitch.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
It's called for a strike.
Feeling a bit confused. The pitcher went inside twice, then he went outside. Good job mixing locations. Fly ball to left, down the line. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So they make short work of them there.
Yep.
We're through 6 full
So
innings.
1, 2, 3 go Aviators. We go to the 7th. 1-1 tie between Las Vegas and the Comets. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 errors for the Aviators. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Comets. Daniel Voyles from beautiful Las Vegas ballpark here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Austin.
Chloe Erickson, our producer and engineer, back in our 1340 studios in Oklahoma City, filling in for the YouTuber for this series.
Right through there for a strike.
That's called for a strike for Austin Barnes. 1 for 2 tonight. Unassisted ground out in the 1st, single into the 5th.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Swing and a miss.
0-2, and now you have to shorten up and just find a way to put it in play. Maybe going to have to fight 1 or 2 off.
Ball 1.
This pitch misses. Ball 1.
Yep,
1
misses.
ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
Just want to get this game done before the internet decides to be stupid.
Gets a piece there.
Out of
We'll
the
do it
way.
again.
Out of the way. You can get to our Los Angeles Dodgers report. We'll do that during the post-game report. Next pitch.
Fouled off
Out
again.
of the way.
Still 3-2.
Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Cleveland Guardians in real life 7-2.
Now the payoff
Yoshinobu
pitch.
Yamamoto got the win. Of course, the Dodgers are continuing their series in Cleveland. As that's caught for the first out of the 7th. Dodgers are in Cleveland.
Out of the dugout, looks ready to make the move. Ken Waldachuk gives way. Great performance on the mound in this one. Pretty stingy from start to finish.
Well, and his night.
Quick break.
So he'll go 6 in the third.
Now pitching for the
They turn
Aviators.
things over to the righty.
Anthony Maldonado, 23rd game, 0-2 record, 8 holds, 23 innings, a 1.57 earned run average, 257 against righties, 229 against lefties with 20.4 strikeouts.
Alvarez, getting ready to hit.
First pitch.
Not close with that
So
one.
we're going to strike one. Pop down the second, foot on the fourth.
Tough to do damage on pitches that far out of the zone.
Comets and the Aviators tied at 1.
Tapped softly on the ground.
Second throw the first in time.
Now to start the seventh.
Have another 8:35 first pitch tomorrow. 8:20 will be on the air for Comets on deck. Thursday will be 8:35, and then we'll have 9:05, 9:05, and 1:05. That's a base hit.
Aggressive approach paid
Aaron
off.
Broncho is up.
Something he could hit. Nice line drive cut there. Had everything working smoothly on the swing. That's one to try and
Swing and a strike one.
Now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
That is a ground ball.
This one up the middle, and it finds its
And it's a base hit.
way through for a hit. That's 2 straight 2-out hits.
That was a missed opportunity there.
Moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone. Digging in for the Comets, Bubba Aline.
Chris Onlino for 2 tonight.
Gets the call.
That's high for a strike. 1-1 tie here in the 7th. And as I talked about, no lead is safe.
Swing lifted.
That's a pop-up.
And we stay tied.
It's the inning.
Inning over.
No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. It's time to stretch in Vegas.
Deadlocked at 1. Bottom of the 7th, stepping to the plate for Las Vegas, Carlos Cortez.
First pitch for Knack.
Sneaks through.
That's a ground ball to left field for a base hit.
He was all over that one. Hard ground balls like that are... Here comes the manager out of the dugout, making a move for the bullpen. Landon Knack is done, and that was a start you can feel pretty good about as a pitcher. Tie ball game and a new pitcher when we get back.
That'll be it for Landon.
Now pitching for
A new pitcher in the
Oklahoma
game, Zach Jackson.
Number
Zach Jackson.
61, Zach.
7 innings, 2.57 earned run average. Opponents batting 200. C.J. Alexander, the first to greet Zach Jackson.
And here is C.J. Alexander. Maybe
That's a
2,
ground ball.
5.
The second for 1. Throw to first in time for a double play. 5-4-3 double play. Just like that, there are 2 away here in the 7th. Just past the stretch. Good job by the defense here.
For Las Vegas, Brett Harris.
1 for 2 for Harris tonight. So Zach Jackson has retired the inherited batter he got and the one batter he faced. So we will probably see both starters from tonight be the series finale on Sunday.
Up the middle.
That's a ground ball up the center field for a base hit. The good thing is, the NASCAR race won't be until 7, so that is good for me.
Next up for the Aviators,
Bring up Daniel Susac. The go-ahead run is now at first, excuse me. Jackson's first pitch is a fly ball to right field. And makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. Go to the eighth. Comets and Aviators tied at 1.
We're at the end of 7. All tied 1-1.
Now that'll bring up Josue de Paula, 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout in the first and the third, and assisted ground out in the fifth.
Swing and
a miss, strike 1.
Activity in the bullpen. Luis Medina getting loose out there. Holman also throwing.
Very interesting bullpens at this ballpark.
Out to center. Avins under it.
Hunt for the first out.
Number 1. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Jordan Thompson. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Strike 1.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Late action on that slider. Took a sharp turn at the last second.
Comets and the Aviators tied at 1 as we're in the 8th.
Grounder up the middle. Muncy.
Under it over the first for the second out.
Sinker there and got him to mow the grass a bit for a simple ground out. Nice.
Excuse me, David Bodie 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch.
0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Foul ball there.
Comets and Aviators tied at 1 here in the 8th.
Here comes the 0-1.
It's a line ground ball to left center field. That will be a base hit. Comets have had chances to get some runs, but just cannot get the advantages. We'll see if Ryan Ward will deliver.
Next up, Ryan Ward chases in the dirt.
Swing and a miss.
No balls, 1 strike.
This one's in the dirt.
No balls, 2 strikes.
No advance on the bases. Good job behind the dish. Oh, 0-2 now. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul.
Foul ball.
Oklahoma City with the go-ahead run at first.
0-2. Fouled away.
Oh, 0-2, here's the pitch. High fly ball lifted in the air.
That's going to be out number 3. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. We go to the 8th, bottom of the 8th. 1-1.
Bottom of the 8th, digging in for the Aviators, Max Muncy.
The shortstop, Max Muncy.
Zach Jackson back on the mound will remain in the game. 4 pitches he threw in the 7th.
Ball, no.
It's outside ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Final line for both starting pitchers. Ken Waldachuk, 6 in the third, 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Halo Figueroa, no decision. Maldonado, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, nothing on the board. Knack, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. He will figure a no decision either way. So that's the final numbers.
On the ground.
And that is fouled away. One tie in the 8th.
Swing
fouled away.
Back. A little inside conscious now, and maybe the pitcher will target the outer half of the plate.
Next pitch,
Slider
outside.
2-2.
1-1 tie here in the 8th. Next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. One away in the 8th.
The center fielder, number 35, Drew Avins.
0 for 2 with a walk. Popped down the first, struck out in the 5th. High first ball. High first strike. Going to be interesting to see what will happen. That's swinging and a miss, strike two.
A bit out in front there. Might have thought it was the heater.
Fouled away.
And again on 0-2. Goes down swinging.
And that's strike three for the second out.
The fastball at the knees.
The left fielder, number 32.
Stepping to the plate for Las Vegas, Colby Thomas. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
For 3 for Thomas tonight. First pitch is down low for ball 1. 6,867 here at Las Vegas Ballpark. First strike.
Hard on the ground to first.
Ground ball over the first. That's the inning.
And 1-2-3. That's
1-2-3 go the Aviators. We go to the ninth. It is 1-1 tie.
Ninth inning coming up. All tied 1-1.
Now pitching for the Aviators.
So they turn to their closer, Luis
Number
Medina.
46.
4th appearance of the season.
Luis Medina, the new pitcher, as he is the closer.
So digging in, Austin Ball.
I'll bring up Luis Garcia. He will be the new pitcher for the Comets in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch.
Fly ball to right.
That's a blooper to right field down to the front for the first out of the
And he should be feeling good after getting that first batter in this high leverage spot. Now he can attack with even more confidence.
I'll bring up Armando Alvarez. 0 for 3 tonight.
This one chopped
out of the way.
Around, but foul. The 0-1.
The 0-1.
Swing and a miss. That one missed.
That was not good.
Meanwhile, some activity in the bullpen. Ben Bowden, the lefty, looking to be getting ready.
Bowden, Grant Holman, warming up in the Aviators bullpen, excuse me.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Next pitch.
Comes up empty, chasing that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first.
First, now in the second out of the ninth.
The right fielder,
Nick Biddison will hit next.
Single in the second, reached on an error in the fifth, and singled in the seventh. Comets have had chances to try to take the lead, but just cannot.
2 down and nobody aboard. Here in the top of the ninth. Next pitch misses. 1 ball,
Ball
1
1.
strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Smart work on the mound. He knows this hitter likes to chase out of the zone. That time, he couldn't connect on that slider down. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls,
Outside.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece, stays alive. Two-two pitch. Up the middle, Muncy.
Ground ball over the first, now in the inning.
Ends the inning.
Nothing for the Comets. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It is now 1-1 tie.
3-4-5. All tied, 1-1.
Now pitching for
Back now
Oklahoma
as they hand
City.
the ball to a fresh arm to start the
Number
bottom of the
40.
ninth. Luis Garcia does a good job keeping the ball in the yard and has been
Leading
really
off.
tough to take deep
Nick
this year.
Kurtz will lead off the bottom of the ninth.
Nick Kurtz.
First pitch,
at the
low
plate
ball
now,
1.
and that's ball 1. Wise to take that slider down and in. Very difficult to square that up.
You're hearing thunderstorms. I do apologize. That's
nearly
outside.
hooked the hitter.
Garcia just needs to calm down as he's really behind 2-0. Here's the pitch.
Swing, and this one's
Broncho is under it. He'll
Broncho.
throw over the first for the first out of the ninth.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tyler Soderstrom.
So now it's
Either
the 4-hole
Soderstrom
hitter.
1 for 3 tonight. Single in the second, flew on the fourth, popped down the 6. First pitch for Garcia.
This one
Line, foul ball, and it goes into the crowd there.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
Next pitch.
On the inside corner.
Inside for ball 2. Remember the last time the Comets played a series opener in a hitter-friendly ballpark, which was back at Salt Lake at the ballpark at America First Square. They ended up losing the series opener, so we're trying to hope that lightning doesn't strike twice tonight. That's fouled away. Comets have had no errors tonight. The Aviators did commit an error in the 5th. Next pitch. That's called for strike 3. That looked like a ball there to me. I hate to say that was a strike, but that looked like a ball. Now that's 2 away here in the 9th. Yeah, that looked like, that did not look like a strike. That looked like somewhat of a ball, because it was way a little outside, swinging at strike 1. Now that would have been a ball if he didn't swing at that. Carlos Cortez 2 for 3 tonight. Single in the second, strikeout in the 4th, single in the 7th. We're definitely going to be going to extras the way this is looking like, and that's a pop-up. Broncho is under it. We'll make the catch, and we're going to extras just like that. 1, 2, 3, go the Aviators. We head to extras to the 10th inning.
We're in extras here. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Aaron Bracho.
Nick Bennington is the one at the pinch runner at second, or designated runner at second, excuse me. First pitch is low ball 1.
And it's 1-0.
Like to get this game done so I don't have to deal with it. That's fouled away.
One and one. Here's the pitch. Now a check swing.
Check swing for strike 2, or ball 2. 2 balls and a strike the pitch.
And that's
outside ball 3.
To bat next.
Bubba grounded out in the 3rd. Now we'll put runners at first.
And that drops in.
That's called for a strike.
Full count.
Grounds this
Ground ball.
Keeps it on the infield.
Over the first. 1 away in the 10th.
That was some amazing commitment on that play. Dives to knock it down, corrals it, and then fires
There's Salim is up.
first for the out.
But I had the runner go to 3rd.
Next up for the Comets, Bubba Aline, 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Strike on the in.
It's called for a strike. Comets led from the 2nd inning, and then the Aviators tied it up in the. We'll look at the stats here real quick. Aviators led in the 5th, so it's been tied after the 5th ever since the 5th inning.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Next pitch.
Swings through that one out in front.
And nice strike 2. 182 average with runners in scoring position.
Standing at second. On the ground, right side, Harris. And there's 2 away.
They did advance the runner to 3rd.
Now batting, the center
And now the center fielder, Josue De Paula.
0 for 4 tonight.
And timeout called at the plate, trying to take a breath, slow things down
He's
here in
hitting
a
for
critical
Oklahoma City,
situation.
number
So they're
36,
making a move for a bat
Eli
off the bench.
White.
Eli White. This is a big opportunity for him, a chance to deliver with the go-ahead run on base.
245 average, no homer, 7 RBIs for Eli.
And the potential go-ahead run in
So
scoring
DePaul
position.
is done. 0 for 4. He'll finish it up.
Swing and a miss. I don't know how you catch up to that one. Time called as he tries to refocus, down 0-2. Rocks and fires. Got the batter swinging for the K. Huge
In the
K
10th.
there. Very fired up after
No
that.
runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left.
Great job
Bottom
to
of
make
the
some
10th
key
coming
pitches
up. Comets
get out
and
of a tough
Aviators tied at 1.
Moving on to the bottom of the 10th.
Ortiz is the pinch runner at second.
CJ Alexander.
First pitch for Garcia.
That one in the dirt.
Low ball 1. Michael Kopech warming up for the Comets.
To the right side. And they get the leadoff batter in the 10th.
Get the leadoff batter. Now the runner at
Now batting,
third.
second baseman, Brett Harris.
Next up for the Aviators, Brett Harris. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Definitely a strikeout situation. If the ball's put in play, the run can score in a lot of ways. One down and the winning run just 90 feet away at third.
Next pitch for Garcia.
That's
a ground ball, and that's going to be Las Vegas winning the game 2-1 on a walk-off RBI single by as Cortez gets the run, and Las Vegas will win the series opener 2-1 in a low-scoring game, which is unheard of in a hitter-friendly environment. The Comets just struggled again at a hitter-friendly environment and will lose 2-1. 2-7-1 for the Aviators, 1-6-0 for the Comets. What a tough loss for the Comets. That is the final score. Comets had so many chances to get runners on to try to get runs, and this is the only RBI for Nick Bibinson as he got the Comets only play of the game presented by H&H Shooting Sports. What a tough loss for the Comets as they could not get runners to score, had so many chances, and instead of getting the runner to score, it just went downhill and they fall 2-1. Tough loss for the Comets. As here's the RBI single that won it right there for Las Vegas. So winning pitcher will be Luis Medina. Retired all of his batters he faced. 2 strikeouts. He gets to go to 1-0. Luis Garcia will get the loss. Falls 0-1. 1 hit, 1 run. Unearned, 1 hit, no walks, 1 strikeout. And he will fall to 0-1. And there's Medina, retired all the batters. There was no save here tonight. So Brett Harris, the winner for the Aviators, as they take the series opener 2-1, the final score. Tough loss for the Comets, really tough loss. So they'll look to bounce back here tomorrow night as we get ready to have some fun. Let's first take a look at the Dodgers report from yesterday, as that was not the game I was looking for. Los Angeles Dodgers, we'll start with them. They lost yesterday 4-3. Paul Sawar got the win and Bruce 1-0. Blake Triton, the loss, falls to 1-3. This was in Cleveland, by the way. Will Brendan hit a 3-run homer for the Guardians. Jose Ramirez had an RBI for Cleveland. Andy Pius, Chris Taylor had RBIs for the Dodgers. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He figured a no decision. Emmanuel Clay's got his 18th save. We'll deal with their game in just a second for them as we take a look at the rest of the International and the PCL. Let's start off with the, as we have a short list because of a couple of games that played last night. Las Vegas has now won 3 in a row, I believe. Charlotte beat Buffalo 7-1. Winning pitcher for the Knights, Jake Eder, he's 1-1. The loss went to Jake Bloss, he's 2-4. Tristan Gray, 2 homers, 3 RBIs for the Knights. Bobby Dalibach, Edward Cuero, and DJ Gladney had RBIs for Charlotte. Javon Ward had a home run for the Bisons in the loss. Wilkes-Barre Scranton beat Worcester 5-3. Winning pitcher was Tyler Mazik. He's 1-1. Colton Brewer got his second blown save. Jake Cousins, his 14th save. The loss to Matt Moore, he's 1-2, sorry. Alex Binyas and Mark Kozabari had a home run for the Red Sox. Marcelo Mayer had an RBI for Worcester. George Lombard Jr. had a 2-run homer for the Rail Riders. Dominic Smith and Karen Eden had RBIs for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Louisville beat Toledo 6-2. Winning pitcher was Julian Aguilar. He's 5-3. Brian Shaw's first save. The loss went to Kaicher Montero. He's 3-2. Home run for Blake Dunn for the Bats. Former Dodgers Edwin Rios, Gavin Lux had RBIs for the Bats. Austin Hendrick, Cam Coyer, and Edwin Aurora had RBIs for Louisville. Justin Henry Malloy had the 2-run homer for the Mud Hens in the loss. Lehigh Valley beat Norfolk 4-3. Alan Ringel got the win approves of 4-2. Taiwan Walker, his first save of the year. He lost to Thad Ward. He falls to 4-2. Marcus Lee Sang, Carson Taylor, and Luis Verdugo had RBIs for the Iron Pigs, as Verdugo's a former Dodger. Luis Vasquez, Jackson Holiday, Creed Williams also had RBIs in the win for the Tide. Syracuse beat Indianapolis 8-3. Winning pitcher for the Mets, Brandon Sproat, he's 4-2. The loss went to Thomas Harrington, he's 4-5. There was no save. Jose Azocar, Donovan Walton, Ryan Clifford, Drew Gilbert, Kevin Peralta, and Rowdy Jordan had RBIs for the Mets. Mike Jarvis hit a 2-run homer for the Indians. That was the only home run, and Juwan Bay had an RBI for Indianapolis. Jacksonville beat Gwinnett 3-1. Winning pitcher was Justin King. He's 3-0. Xavier Curry, his 15th save. The loss went to Enoli Paredes, the former Express. He's 2-5. Eric Wagaman, Matt Mervis had home runs for the Jumbo Shrimp. Luke Waddle had the only RBI for the Stripes in the contest. St. Paul beat Omaha 5-2. Winning pitcher was Darren McConnon. He's 3-4. Michael Tonkin, his 15th save. The loss went to Chandler Champlain. He's 1-8, having a really difficult year. Yes, sir. Mercedes and Will Holland had home runs for the Saints. Ty France and Anthony Prado had RBIs for St. Paul. Drew Walters and Luca Tresh had the only RBIs for the Storm Chasers in the contest. And now to your favorite friends, the PCL scoreboard with all 4 of their games. Round Rock shut out Reno 8-0. Winning pitcher for the Express was Michael Plasmeyer. He's 7-2. The loss to Connor Grams, he's 1-2. There was no save. Only runs scored for the Express. Brandon Maturano hit a home run for the E-Train. Dustin Harris, Trevor Halver, Justin Foscue, and Alan Trejo had RBIs for the Express in the contest as they take the series opener. Albuquerque beat Sugarland 3-1 out west. Angel Chavili got the win approves of 4-1. Jeff Criswell, his 9th save. The loss went to Stephen Oker. He's 1-4. Ben Gamel had the only home run and run in the game for the Space Cowboys. Adil Amador and Charlie Condon got home runs for the Isotopes in the win. Tacoma beat Salt Lake 3-2. Winning pitcher for the Rainiers was Josh Fleming. He's 4-1. Drew Pomeranz, his 16th save. The loss to Jack Dashwood, he falls to 4-1. Harry Ford hit a 3-run homer for the Rainiers. J.D. Davis and Nico Cavadas had RBIs for Salt Lake in the contest. Sacramento keep up their hot streak. They beat El Paso 4-3. Winning pitcher for the Reaver Cats was Lou Trevino. He's 2-0. The loss went to Wandy Peralta. He's 1-2. Brian Hoeing got his second blown save. Forrest Wall, Clay Dunyan, Nico Goodrum had RBIs for the Chihuahuas. Hunter Bishop, Yaro Pomares, and Brett Ackerbach had RBIs for the River Cats in the contest. Around the Dodgers organization again, Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Cleveland Guardians 7-5. Clayton Kershaw got the win, improves to 3-0. Cade Smith, the loss, he falls to 1-4. Shohei Ohtani hit two-run homers for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman and Will Smith homered for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez also had an RBI for the Dodgers. Sasaki went 3 2/3, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, figured a no decision. Tanner Scott got his 18th save of the year. Jose Ramirez had 2 home runs and 3 RBIs for the Guardians. Carlos Santana and Brian Riccio had RBIs for Cleveland. They take the first 2 games of that series. Dodgers and the Guardians will wrap up their series tomorrow. Dodgers will be off to host the New York Yankees on Friday. It'll be Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers and Tanner Bibby for the Guardians in Cleveland, Ohio. Around the Dodgers minor league system, AA Tulsa won in Wichita 2-1. River Ryan, the win, improves to 5-2. He's 7-2 with overall. Ty Lackenberg got the loss. He's 1-4. Cody Hosey had an RBI for the Drillers. Zyper Hope had a home run for the Drillers. Jose Hernandez got his 14th save on the year. As for the Wind Surge, it was Aaron Sabato had the only RBI. They'll continue that. They'll have a field trip game at the ballpark I was just at. Was at Gwinnett Bank Park. We'll have that coverage right here on 1340 The Game. Maxim Bunn for the Drillers, taking on Angel McCurry for the Wind Surge on another field trip game. Comets will look to bounce back tomorrow night. Another 8:35 first pitch. Emmett Sheehan will look to get something back in the correct way. As we'll see what happens. He took the loss in his last start against the Chihuahuas back at home. He's 2-3 with a 1.91 earned run average. Ryan Kusick will start for the Aviators. He's 3-5 with a 3.28 earned run average. Another 8:35 first pitch here at Las Vegas Ballpark. We're on the air at 8:20 with Comets on deck here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or on the iHeartRadio app. Las Vegas wins 2-1 over the Comets. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 errors for the Aviators. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for the Comets. Winning pitcher was Luis Medina. He's 1-0. The loss went to Luis Garcia. He's 0-1. There was no save. With the win, the Aviators are back up to 500 at 26-26. The Comets are now 33-19. Special thank you to producer and engineer Chloe Erickson, filling in for the YouTuber back in our 1340 studios. I'm Daniel Vos saying good night from Las Vegas Ballpark in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thanks for staying up late with us. We appreciate your listenership and your support. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow. You've been listening to OKC Comets Baseball, presented by Heartland Flyer, celebrating 20-plus years of service in Oklahoma.